Welcome back to Golly Garage. Thank you guys for the support on the last video. Today, got my dad's 91 Z28. Gonna be going a quick overview, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to do the two-step like Cleetus' Supra. Quick overview of the car. It's a 91 Z28, LS swapped with a turbo, 6-speed car. 12-bolt rear end. Z28's in 91 and 92. Got the cool appearance package, the cool little wing, and the hood vents. These ones are cut out to be functional. Factory cars are not. For wheels, the car has ZR1 replicas, front and back. 91 and 92 cars also got the cooler side skirts and bumper moldings. Again, another T-top car, unfortunately. For brakes, the car has C5 calipers and rotors. That does it for the outside. Let's take a look under the hood. Alright, under the hood we have an aluminum LC9 5.3 with PRC CNC ported heads, LS6 intake, FIC 1000cc injectors, low dollar sensors, up and forward manifolds feeding the VS Racing Gen 1 as-cast turbo, getting replaced pretty soon, down through a 3-inch down pipe under the car where it goes to 4-inch. The car does not have AC. Something kind of neat, even though it's a 91-92 car, all the hoods are cut out the same with the Z28 earlier hood style. Holley EFI rails. This is a 6-speed car. This is a T56 out of an LT1 car. Has the C5 Corvette power steering pump upgrade, as well as a motion catch can. This car is run off of a Holley Terminator X with a few factory gauge wires hanging out. That about sums it up for under the hood. Let's get this car up in the air and take a look what's going on under there. Alright, up in the air, let's take a look. Intercooler hiding behind the bumper. Have a little plastic cover. Keep the airflow going through the intercooler, not underneath it. Factory cooling still. This is how the manifolds come out. Come together right there. Over, up, into the turbo. This right here is the wastegate tube. Goes up in the top into the wastegate. That recirculates back down into the exhaust. The fans are a little close to the manifolds, but haven't been too much of a problem yet. This car doesn't get driven too often. Coils have been located down to the bottom of the engine. Makes it look a little cleaner up top. Oil feed comes out the side of the block, along with the factory oil pressure sender. This car also has Woglin lowering springs, along with KYB single adjustable shocks front and back. Like I said up top, this car has an LT1 T56. It has been converted to use hydraulic LS1 style stuff. So you got a big hole there. The Holley harness comes down through, up into the shifter hole, sort of. Exhaust comes 3-inch out of the back of the turbo, into 4-inch as soon as possible. This needs to be remanded, get rid of this leak over here, all the way back to a Hooker Max flow muffler. Stock LS1 drive shaft, a Moser 12-bolt rear end. Another little shot of that. This car is a flex wheel car, but it runs 85-100% of the time into an air motive filter in the factory hanger location. Dash 8 feed line up to the front of the car, dash 6 all the way back, up into the flex fuel sensor, up into a factory tank. Alright, let's get into hooking up the antilag for this car. This is going to be set up to work with Holley, so you want to go ahead and find your I/O connector. Once you have that found, you're going to go ahead and depin one of these little red weather packs. You're going to want to do one off of the white side. Those are your inputs. Grab your other end of the connector that came with the Holley. Go ahead and pull out whatever wire you're going to use. In this case, it's going to be the white and red. Don't forget to pop your little tab back in. And then we'll go ahead and slide that up into the connector. Should lock in place good. That's all you're going to do down here. Plug that back in. Then we're going to go ahead and get this wire ran up with the rest of the wires into the car up to the steering column. Alright, back up top, you want to go ahead and find the wire that you just put in, and we're going to run this over to the steering column connector. Once you have that wire up and ran into the car next to the column connector, what we're going to go ahead and do, on this car at least, is unplug this pink and swap this gray wire in the pink wire. On this car, none of the cruise control is hooked up, so that's why we're doing it this way. But if your module is hooked up, then it should be like a 410 body where you go ahead and you cut into this blue wire here on this side and run that to this wire. This also works on a 4th gen. Alright, once we have the tune out of the computer and all that's hooked up, we'll go ahead and go to our inputs and outputs, which is this one right here. Come down to number 2 if you don't already have a number 1 set up. So number 2, we'll just put 2-step, enter, enable. This is a 12 volt positive. Once we have that set up in here, we'll go to our pin map, click on input A3. That's what we have we have that set to. Go ahead and drag this one down into here, and then you're good to go on that. Once we have that set up, we're going to go to our advanced tables, 2D table, find and open one. We'll use table 3. Alright, next step, we're going to come over to our spark. Click on here, rev limiters. We'll go ahead and enable rev limiter 1, spark high, set this to 1750. Once we have that, we're going to come over to our advanced tables, 2D tables, click on one of these, and we're going to go ahead and you want to go ahead and enable the table, and then we'll go rename this to 2-step. This is going to be a timing offset, so we'll do and advanced table when RPM is above. This will be up to you, but I'm going to set it to 3000. And then for the tables here, you're going to go ahead and I'll show you my table, and this is what you guys can copy, but this will be up to you guys. I'm not a tuner, so if it blows up your car, it's not on me. So here are my values for the table. You want to go ahead and set it up just like this if you want. I'm going to use the tune out of my car, which this will be up to you guys if you want to use this. If it blows up your car, that's not on me. So those values in my car are this right here. Alright, over the car, I'm going to go ahead and send this to ECU. Okay, now I'll come over the little screen. Go to Advanced Features. Advanced Features, click on Launch. 2-step. Enable. Input will be input 2. Save. And then you want to go ahead and test this at a low RPM just to see if it's working. Alright, now if you have that set up correctly, when you push the cruise control button, the 2-step light should come on. There we go. Alright, with that set at 1500, if you push the button, 2-step is enabled. So once you have that set up and working, tested, this will be up to you again. Go ahead and come back in here, set this to what your RPM you want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and set mine to 3750. As that is what is in my black car. Go ahead and save that. Now that should be set up to 3750, and 2-step should be working. That was about 14 pounds of boost on here with the wastegate unhooked. it takes a little bit of adjusting your timing numbers in there to get it right, like that car. So that's why it didn't really work in this one. If you guys made it this far, thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe. I'll show you my upcoming videos. This is what I got coming up. Let me know what you guys want to see, if you want to see. Thanks for watching. Kyle Lee Garage.